Beep, beep.
You idiot! You nearly drank a beaker full of sulfuric acid.
Acid, eh? Gee, that would have been stupid.
The idea of deconstruction, to take apart something, or in this case, to see how things would actually play out with real-world consequences. Some people take the idea that heavy deconstruction on an idea is automatically dark, cynical, or more realistic. But it doesn't have to be. Deconstruction as a whole can reveal things that put a different spin on stuff. Think about all the things that happen inside Family Guy and try to apply real life to it.
Peter, what are you doing? Crack? What the
Giant, we can try to make it feel a little less repulsive, but we're not spending human money on a deformed animal.
It's fucking ridiculous, right? The Griffin family has no redeeming qualities to them whatsoever. And even if they do, it's only for the sake of the plot, and the next gag will just have one of them do something uncharacteristic. This type of idea also extends to genres as well. The ones I would personally know that had them would probably include Evangelion, Madoka Magica, and No More Heroes.
Oh, no fight between the newlyweds today?
I just didn't want to see your ugly faces. You damn three stooges! Oh, pedant idiot! Oh, my eye! Ow.
Evangelion took the concept of a mech anime and turned it upside down. These idealistic pilots who take control of these mechs are by no means perfect. Again, put yourself in their shoes and tell me you wouldn't be traumatized by battles against alien life forms. Imagine putting a 13 or 14-year-old kid in a mech and telling them that they have to save the world against the enemy, enemies that you yourself barely have any knowledge about. All of these characters have problems, just like real people do. Most people aren't so quick to jump into battle without knowing something, and even if they do, that doesn't mean they aren't afraid. I've yet to really watch Evangelion yet, but I do plan to watch it in the future, just because of this very reason. Madoka Magica is probably the darkest magical girl show I've seen, and it's not without merit. While it doesn't heavily deconstruct the magical girl genre, it does touch on a few tropes from it. Again, it's hard to touch on these tropes without spoiling the plot, but basically the idea of being a magical girl isn't as simple as it seems on the surface. You'd think it would be just like Sailor Moon in the way that the story goes, but nope. Everything goes about as realistically as one would actually think. Maybe being a magical girl isn't all it's cracked up to be. Will we become one to make a difference for the world, or just because we want to?
fuckhead?
In the case of No More Heroes, it's the deconstruction of the power fantasy, a character that the audience wishes that they can be. If you ever fantasize about being rich, having a bunch of women, or something that you don't have in your life, that could be considered a power fantasy. Travis Touchdown may be a very skilled assassin with a beam katana, but he's still just a guy. A guy who treats his killings like a video game and has to work regular jobs in order to sustain his fun. Makes you really think about yourself when you see how Travis just goes through life.
For the name Holy Sword is now yours.
You're joking, right? I don't care about titles or power. I just want to be number one.
Then master the ways of the assassin.
Here's your ticket to paradise, old man.
Deconstruction doesn't mean dark. Its intention is to get a better understanding of an idea, to deeply question the reason for why it's there and why parts of it might not work outside that idea.
Yeah, you can get a really good deal on them after prom season.
If a girl's Joe.
Hey, Peter, why don't you let me do me, and you do you, okay?